Hello, soul pleasers. On this Friday afternoon, I thought I would have a chat to you about success. I was listening to a really fantastic podcast this afternoon where the definition that he gave of success was peace. And I really feel aligned with that because a lot of us really equate success to how much money we make, how many clients we have coming into our business, all of the material sides of success. And there are nothing wrong with any of those things. But you can have all of those things and still feel discontent, unfulfilled, always like you're pushing and chasing for the next thing. And so there's no real satisfaction, no calmness in your life. And so I like his definition. And what I would add to that is fulfillment and meaning in your life. I think that success is a lot to do with following your calling and living your purpose. And I believe that all of us have one particular purpose, and that is to bring our highest level of consciousness into the world. And that will make a difference on the people around us, not just the ones that are close to us, but anybody that we come into contact with. And so we can have this healing presence just by being, and regardless of what we're doing. And it's easier to be at that level of consciousness if you're doing what you love. And so many of the amazing women that I get to work with are not doing what they love because they don't feel worthy of doing what they love. And they're afraid that they can't make a living doing what they love. And I would say to you that the whole reason you came here was to do that thing that you love doing. The other really interesting thing about those different levels of success is that we often feel like we're going up and down. So we can feel like we go through stages of really feeling like, yes, things are starting to flow, and then we start to doubt ourselves. So we can create this ceiling for ourselves where it's not okay to do better than what we've done before. And so we can start to experience some success and then we almost put the brakes on. A lot of people who book in calls with me, when they send in their answers to my questions, will say, I keep self-sabotaging. So if you're on the call now, Hayley, hi Georgia, hi Carla, I'd love to hear your thoughts about that, whether you find that you do self-sabotage. And a lady that I was talking to today, I just loved the way that she said it. And she said, I want to just wake up in a positive state rather than having to go through all of my rituals to get myself there. And that really struck a chord with me because it's like people are living their lives dulled down and then they have to introduce all of these rituals. And don't get me wrong, they're wonderful. I teach them meditation, exercise, gratitude. All of those things are really positive, important things to do. But what she's looking for is to move into a state where that is a natural state. And I truly believe that when you discover the truth of who you are and you align with that truth, that means when you're aligned, you are always thinking, feeling, and acting in alignment with the truth of who you are. That until you get to that step, it's very difficult and you have to push and you have to make it happen. And in the end, it doesn't always feel authentic. And when it does, it's glimpses of it, but it doesn't necessarily last. So there is a great process for you to be able to go through where you can break your patterns. We've all been conditioned with patterns, and I honestly believe that they're not just the patterns that we were conditioned with from 0 to 7, which is when a lot of it happens. I actually think that we inherit it as well, and we bring it from our ancestors and our culture. So there is so much there, but we don't need to understand it all. We don't need to find out what it is. There is this tool that you can use, a technique where you can allow that to dissolve. So I'm going to be diving in and opening up that conversation when I go on live in my Zoom next Wednesday. So Adelaide time, it'll be 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday the 6th of February. If you're in the US, it'll be Tuesday the 5th of February at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But I'm going to start to explore those ideas so that you can consider whether whether you really feel ready to make 2019 the year that you step into the truth of who you are so that you can really make the impact in the world that you're here to make, but love it. At the same time, wake up in a joyful state for no reason at all except that you're alive and you're so happy to be alive. And that will really come from this alignment with your purpose. So I'm hoping you can make it, and when I'm finished here on the live, I'll post the link so that you can register. And in the meantime, thank you Hayley and Georgia and Carla for joining me. Hayley and Carla are already my clients, and Georgia has been a client of mine in the past as well, also my divine hairdresser, but she's gone on to what is calling her as her purpose, to work with children, which is so amazing. So have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.